Death Valley, not because we're dying. We lose track of days, so this is episode Friday. That's what it is.
Friday, we're going to the airport in an hour.
Let's see. Jared took a short video yesterday from the top of Wild Rose, and that was amazing. That probably will go into my top 10 hikes. It was really great. And we had enough time that we drove Ockerberry Peak?
Yes,
Ockerberry Peak, which was one of the last off-road roads.
There's like four roads that are listed on Death Valley's in their newspaper, and it's like the 4 backcountry drives at Death Valley. So we did them all.
Yeah, it wasn't very hard, and
we did them all.
The night before at the campfire, we had sat and talked to Mark, our camping neighbor, for quite some time. Jared met a Model Tier.
Yes.
And Mark had said that it was a great drive and it was really easy. So we were like, whatever, let's just do it. Then we headed back towards the visitor center, which is the main part of Death Valley, and tried to get a spot in Furnace Creek. They were full. It dawned on me that this is a holiday weekend because Monday is
President's Day.
Yes. So everybody is probably out early this weekend. There was one other campsite somewhat nearby in Death Valley. It was full. So our options were camp on BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, or we could drive 2 hours to Red Rock and try to get a camping spot in Red Rock before sunset, or spend the night in Vegas. So we decided to drive to Red Rock.
That didn't go over well.
They were, of course, full.
We went to, that one campsite?
Yeah, there's just one.
Oh, and how many sites were there?
40?
Yeah, I think there were 40 or 42 sites, and they were all full.
So we drove around the campsite, gave away the rest of our wood, gave away the rest of our fuel, and found a Holiday Inn Express in Vegas, and we got showers for the first time in 6 days. So it was a good night.
It was pretty nice.
We had some Mexican, we had some margaritas.
I think that's how we end all of our trips, is Mexican and margaritas.
Probably.
I think it is.
Highlights of the trip for you, Jared?
Climbing the Eureka Dune.
Mm-hmm.
That was 700 feet, and that was pretty big. Melissa did an excellent job planning, and she had pretty much everywhere planned out, and we only altered pretty much one day, and it kind of bumped a couple other things as we did that. But there was a lot more off-road driving than I thought we were going to be doing.
Agree. I mean, like the literature says, sorry, we're close to the airport. The literature says that sometimes four-wheel drive is needed in high-clearance vehicles, and I didn't know how much that was an over-exaggeration just because, people aren't going to take them seriously. But some of them were no joke.
Yeah. Some of them, some of the trails are actually marked experienced four-wheel drive vehicles only, or drivers only. And
we would have been screwed without good old Chip here.
Yeah. Our trusty Jeep JK rental.
Chip. Do you want me to walk them through everything or not really? The park has to span 2 sides of the map. So basically we made a giant counterclockwise circle, and Vegas is over here, and that's where we started, and this is the only visitor center which is Furnace Creek. So we drove in there, we hiked Golden Canyon and Gowler's Gulch. That was awesome. We set up camp in Furnace Creek. Then we visited the Badwater Salt Flats, which are a little bit under here, Devil's Golf Course, and Salt Creek Interpretive Trail. That's all around here. Camped there. Then we drove up this way and we camped in Mesquite Springs up here. Then we drove out to Beatty to get gas, which is out here. We took this off-road trail here, which is Titus Canyon. Oh, it's right there. and we hiked Mosaic Falls that day. Where is it? I don't know. Then we kept heading north. We came all the way up here is Eureka Sand Dunes. Did some cool trails there and hiked the dunes. Then we came down and out. We ended up in Warm Springs. I didn't plan on that. Oh, it's right here. So we ended up down here on this all off-road trail. Camped in Warm Springs. Then we headed out and we took these back roads here, which were really cool. Jared drove to the racetrack and the grandstand, visited the moving rocks. Left there, went up to Tea Kettle Junction, then cut down. I think we went down this way. Down that way, and down that way, and we ended up camping here at Wild Rose. Hiked Wild Rose Peak, which is out here. Then we had to come back up and over back to Furnace Creek. So we made a giant counterclockwise. I'm probably forgetting. Oh, we visited Ubiki Crater.
Mesquite dunes.
We saw the Mesquite Sand Dunes. We saw a lot. We made it a lot of places a lot of people can't go, don't go.
I don't know if you'll notice, Melissa has little tags on everything we're going to do.
It's color coordinated to say whether it's camping or trail or just a point of interest. It was a good map. It was, they actually sell it in the visitor center. It's the National Geographic Death Valley.
Get that.
It was a good one.
If you don't have it, get that. What was the highlight of your trip? And you can't say Mexican margaritas last night.
Eureka Dunes was really cool. Wild Rose Peak was awesome. The driving was awesome. Campsites were great. It's colder than I would have liked, but whatever. Overall, the trip on a 0 to 10.
10. Blew it out of the water.
10. I don't know. Our next adventures are Nicaragua.
Yeah, we're going on a missions trip.
So we'll see you in the fall. Yeah, in the fall in Nicaragua.
The only other thing is when we pulled into Warm Springs. Did we tell them that yet?
Yeah, we did a video there at sunset.
People?
Yeah.
We saw naked people.
That was interesting.
It's crazy. I love naked people. Okay.
Where we're headed out, we'll be home around 1 a.m. It'll be a long day for us. It's a good thing we had a nice bed because Jared's sleeping pad broke. It got a hole in it. And his shoe broke on this trip. He's falling apart. He's getting old.
I'm not happy that my sleeping pad's like 2 years old and busted. There's a hole in it somewhere.
All right, we're rambling.
It's been 8 minutes.
Bye, guys.
Do you want to show him Jeep? Chip Jeep?
Sure, show.
Okay.
This is him.
So he's got Duratrack rear wheel tires, and then on the front, the rental company has regular Goodyear Wranglers. They didn't bust. We beat the shit out of the whole truck.
Yep.
It's been great. See you later.